In the past, this luxurious yacht was a symbol of luxury and glory. But now it held something much darker, bestower of death, tragedy, and the spirits that still roam its alleys. Guests often hear disembodied footsteps, doors opening on their own, pain and subtle whispers in their ears. Is this ship just a luxury hotel, or is it a home for those who never really leave? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to other horror stories. In 1936, the Queen Mary began her voyage as a luxury yacht. However, when World War II broke out, this ship was converted into a warship. For years, thousands of soldiers boarded this ship, but not all of them made it back down safely. Many died from accidents, diseases, and even suicides. Spirits are believed to still be living on the ship, walking down cold, dark corridors, looking for a way home. One of the most horrifying stories comes from engine room number 13. In the past, a crew member tragically died in this room. His body was wedged by a heavy steel door. Since then, many have claimed to have seen a man in blue walking down by the hallway before disappearing into thin air. Some of the guests even felt an invisible hand touching their shoulders as they passed by this room. It was as if someone was still there, trapped between this world and another. The swimming pool on this ship holds its own mystery, although it was no longer used. The sound of water splashing was still often heard in the middle of the night. Several witnesses claimed to have seen the figure of a woman in a 1930 swimsuit walking around the pond before disappearing in a thin haze. There are also those who hear the sound of children laughing, but when they search, the pool was empty. There's no one here, cabin betiga, but no. This room was so creepy that it had been closed for years. Long ago, a guest was found dead in this room. The cause remains a mystery. Since then, guests who stay here often experience strange events. Their blankets were pulled away while they slept. The sound of knocking sounded from inside the closet. Some even saw a shadowy figure standing at the corner of the room. Just stare silently. The crew members working on the Queen Mary also have their own stories. One of the most famous was a janitor who worked on the upper deck. One night, he was cleaning the hallway when he heard footsteps behind him. When he turned his head, there was no one, but as he took another step, the voice sounded again, closer and closer. He ran, but the voice kept following him until he managed to get out of the hallway. Hence, then, he vowed never to work alone again on this ship. In the main ballroom, there is often a shadow of a woman wearing a long white dress. Sometimes the sound of classical music echoing from this room, though there was no one there. Some guests who have been in this ballroom say they saw the woman's figure dancing slowly before disappearing into darkness. Who is he? Could it be that he was a passenger from the past who still wanted to enjoy his last night on this ship? The passages of this ship also hold many mysteries. There were guests who reported seeing the figure of a man in military clothes walking slowly. When they tried to call out to him, the The figure turned its head briefly, and then simply disappeared. Is this one of the soldiers who ever boarded this ship during World War II? Or is this just a shadow of the past repeating itself? The Queen Mary is not just a hotel. This ship is a living museum of the tragic events that happened in it. Every hallway, every room, every deck holds its own story. Many came to experience its luxury, but not a few left this ship with fears, and unanswered questions. If you're brave enough, you can stay here, but don't forget, if you hear footsteps at night, don't try to find it, because maybe they'll find you first. If you like this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss other horror stories. And remember, sometimes something gets lost at sea, never really left.